Ever felt like your city's turning into a giant human sardine can? From jam-packed sidewalks to rents that'll make your wallet cry, these US cities are bursting at the seams. Whether it's endless traffic, insane housing prices, or standing room-only subways, overcrowding is real. And we're counting down the top 5 worst offenders. Think your city made the list? Stick around to find out. Let's be honest, was there ever any doubt? Number 1 on our list of the most overcrowded cities in the US is none other than the Big Apple, New York City. In 2025, NYC is home to a jaw-dropping 8.8 million people spread across its 5 boroughs: Manhattan, Brooklyn, Queens, the Bronx, and Staten Island. And that's not even counting the massive 20 million plus people in the greater metro area. But here's the real kicker. It's not just the population. It's how that population lives. Let's zoom into Manhattan, the most iconic and most crowded. We're talking about a mind-blowing 74,000 people per square mile. That's like trying to fit an entire town onto one city block. Everywhere you turn, someone's already there. On the sidewalk, in the subway, in line for coffee. Want a quiet moment? Good luck with that. And speaking of subways, over 4 million people ride the MTA every single day. That's like the entire population of Los Angeles packed into tunnels beneath the ground. Trains are shoulder to shoulder, delays are normal, and getting a seat? That's a fantasy. Now let's talk money. The average rent for a 1-bedroom apartment in Manhattan is now more than $4,100.00/month. Even in cheaper areas like Queens or the Bronx, you'll still pay between $2.80 to $3.30 per month. And if you're dreaming of owning a home, median prices across NYC are about $750.00, and in Manhattan, try over $1,200,000.00. And don't forget the tourists. NYC welcomes 61 million visitors a year. That's more than the entire population of Italy walking through Times Square, snapping selfies at the Statue of Liberty, or cramming into museums and pizza joints. But here's the thing. People still love this city. Despite the chaos, the crowds, the cost, and the noise, New York has an energy you can't replicate. It's alive 24/7. It's messy. It's magical. And if you can survive it, you can survive anywhere. But fair warning, in NYC, every square foot is prime real estate, and there's a good chance someone's already standing in it. Right across the Hudson River from Manhattan lies a city that's been silently exploding with people, prices, and problems. Jersey City. And in 2025, it's not just crowded, it's officially the most densely populated city in the entire United States. Let that sink in. Jersey City squeezes over 310,000 people into just 15 square miles. That's more than 21 people per square mile. Yep, you heard that right. It's actually denser than New York City. So how did we get here? Simple. NYC became too expensive, and people flooded across the river in search of cheaper rent and more space. But guess what? That secret is long gone. Now, the average rent for a 1-bedroom apartment in Jersey City is about $3,200. $0/month neck and neck with Brooklyn, or even parts of San Francisco. Commute-wise, the PATH train is chaos. At 8 a.m., Journal Square feels like Times Square on steroids. Over 60,000 people ride PATH daily to get into Manhattan. And that's not counting buses, ferries, or light rail. You're lucky if you can breathe, let alone sit. And it's not just the trains that are packed. The streets? Buzzing 24/7. Sidewalks filled with joggers, strollers, street vendors, and tourists snapping skyline pics. Schools are overflowing, grocery stores feel like Black Friday all week long, and good luck finding parking. There are nearly 3 cars for every 4 people, and most of the streets are already at max capacity. In just 5 years, more than 25 high-rise towers have sprouted up, changing the skyline and cramming even more people into vertical neighborhoods. But here's the twist. People still love it. The views of Manhattan, stunning. The diversity, incredible. The vibe, electric. But one thing's for sure. In Jersey City, you better be ready to fight for your square foot. whether it's in your apartment or at the local bagel shop. Welcome to San Francisco, a city of innovation, scenic beauty, and straight-up overcrowding madness. In 2025, San Francisco is home to about 835,000 people, packed into just 46 square miles. That gives it a population density of over 18 per square mile. And trust me, it feels even tighter than that. Why? Because this city isn't built flat. It's built on hills, narrow streets, and 19th century infrastructure, which means space is limited and highly fought over. Let's start with housing. A one-bedroom apartment? That'll cost you around $3,600, 0 cents / month. That's one of the highest average rents in the country. Want to buy a home? Median prices hover at a jaw-dropping $1,280,000, 0 cents. Even a fixer-upper in the Mission District can burn $1 million hole in your wallet. And if you think roommates are a college thing, nope. In SF, they're a lifelong necessity. Now, let's talk about commuting. Whether it's BART, Muni, Caltrain, or a plain old bus, expect crowded chaos. During peak hours, trains can hit 130% capacity. That's right, you're standing nose to armpit with strangers just to get to work. And with tens of thousands of people pouring in daily for tech jobs, it's not getting better anytime soon. Add to that over 24 million tourists a year. Everyone's flocking to see the painted ladies, ride the cable cars, or snap selfies on Lombard Street. The result? Sidewalks jammed, parks overflowing, and even Golden Gate Bridge traffic turning into a parking lot. And don't forget, San Francisco can't expand outward. It's surrounded by water, hills, and zoning restrictions. So instead, the city's growing up. High-rise and condos are popping up fast, especially in areas like Sama and Dogpatch. But more people doesn't mean more breathing room. Despite all of this, people still chase the dream. Maybe it's the chance to work in tech. Maybe it's the food, the culture, or that iconic fog rolling over the skyline. But one thing's clear, personal space in San Francisco? Yeah, that's basically a luxury item. You thought New York City was packed? Think again. Just across the Hudson River, Jersey City has quietly claimed the crown as the most densely populated city in the United States. In 2025, over 310,000 people are living in just 15 square miles. That's 21 plus people per square mile, yes, even tighter than Manhattan in some places. And it's not just about the numbers, it's about how it feels. Originally a spillover spot for folks escaping NYC's sky-high prices, Jersey City is now just as expensive. A one-bedroom apartment, that'll be $3,200, 0 cents / month, easy. And if you're thinking about buying, bring a fat wallet. Prices are chasing Brooklyn-level highs. Every day, tens of thousands take the PATH train into Manhattan. And if you've ever stood inside Journal Square at 8 a.m., you already know. It's like rush hour in Tokyo, minus the train pushers. Add to that buses, ferries, ride shares, movement in and out of the city never stops. And life outside the commute? Just as crowded. Sidewalks are packed, schools are full, and good luck finding parking after 6 p.m. Seriously, you might have better odds in Vegas. With nearly 3 cars for every 4 people, even residential blocks feel like tight puzzles of bumpers and tires. In the last 5 years alone, Jersey City's skyline has exploded with 25+ new high-rise towers, turning neighborhoods into vertical cities. It looks shiny, modern, alive, but also a little claustrophobic. Yet, despite all the congestion, people love it. It's diverse, vibrant, and you get a $1 million view of Manhattan without actually being in Manhattan. Plus, restaurants are booming, art scenes are growing, and there's always something happening. But make no mistake, this city is bursting at the seams. So, if you're headed to Jersey City in 2025, bring some patience, wear comfortable shoes, and be ready to fight for your spot, even at your own front door. And at number 1, like there was ever any doubt, welcome to New York City, the undisputed champion of overcrowding in the United States. In 2025, over 8.8 million people call NYC home, packed into its iconic 5 boroughs: Manhattan, Brooklyn, Queens, the Bronx, and Staten Island. And when you add in the surrounding metro area, we're talking about a mind-blowing 20+ million people trying to breathe the same air. Let's zoom into Manhattan, where things get truly intense. This little island, just 22 square miles, packs in around 74,000 people per square mile. That's more crowded than Tokyo, more compact than Mumbai, and yes, denser than most people can imagine. Every sidewalk feels like a parade. Every subway ride, a group hug with strangers. Speaking of which, the MTA sees 4 million plus riders every single day. That's 4 million people crammed into underground tunnels, pushing onto trains like their life depends on it. Delays, breakdowns, rush hour crush, all just part of the daily grind here. Now let's talk money. Housing in NYC is brutal. A one-bedroom apartment in Manhattan? Expect to pay around $4,100, 0 cents, /month. Even in Queens or Brooklyn, you're still shelling out $2.80 to $3.30. Want to own something? The median home price across NYC sits at $750, 0 cents. And in Manhattan, you'll need over $1,200,000, 0 cents, just to get in the game. Add to that the chaos of 61 million tourists every year, yes, more than the entire population of Italy. Whether it's Times Square, Central Park, or a hole-in-the-wall bagel shop, you'll wait in line, everywhere, always. And let's not forget the traffic. With 2.1 million registered vehicles, plus delivery trucks, bikes, scooters, and pedestrians all sharing the same lanes, sometimes it's faster to walk 10 blocks than to drive one. But despite the madness, the crowd, the noise, people stay. Why? Because New York is alive. It's a city of dreamers, doers, and storytellers. It's loud, it's messy, it's electric. But let's be real. In New York City, every square foot is prime real estate. And chances are, someone's already standing in it. So, did your city make the list? If you're from one of these urban jungles, drop a comment and tell us what it's really like to live there. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon for more city deep dives and urban reality checks. Until next time, stay sane and maybe stay out of rush hour.